Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen Seidel, Jen the body painter. Almost forgot who I was. Today's video is very interesting. I think many people will be able to relate to this, of our topic of health and fitness. Dakota has a story. Her story will probably resonate with a lot of people and they'll be able to relate to this. So I have made questions for her. What was your health experience as a kid?
I was a closet eater. I was very shy. I was very heavy.
Like overweight, unhealthy?
Yeah, I mean, I was a size 12 when I was in elementary school.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
wow, that's a lot for a kid.
Very heavy. And I always wore like 2 jackets to like cover my fat. Like I had a hoodie and then another jacket over top of that.
Oh my god, it's so funny because I had really big boobs that made me feel fat.
Yeah.
And I would put all these different layers of clothes to make them smaller, to look flat-chested.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't have the best choices growing up, food-wise. So I never worked out. I was just too shy.
Like what kind of food did you guys have?
I grew up with country cooking, so it was all very, very fatty foods. Good food, just not the best health-wise.
Like what did you closet eat? What is that actually? Like you hide it in your room?
I would get hungry, and because families are on budgets and you want to conserve food,
right.
I wasn't allowed to have any. So I would wait and like see where people are, and I would go in the kitchen and
you like did your ninja thing?
You were
like, did you dress like a ninja and just like crawl across the floor?
No.
And grab the food?
No.
What if you got caught?
To that extent. I got caught one time.
Were you in a lot of trouble for that?
No, I wasn't in a lot of trouble. It was just like the disappointment, which I'm like, I'm hungry. Why?
I cannot understand that. But I'm sure your choices of what you closet ate wasn't the best,
God,
right?
No, because you
Name
gotta...
like 3. 3 top
Twinkies.
What? Oh, no, seriously?
It was all sugary stuff. So it was Twinkies.
Wait, how old were you then at this point?
Well, I had this problem up until high school. So yeah, I would hide like wrappers under my mattress.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I didn't want to like go back out and
That's sad actually. I can't imagine. No, I mean my household was like total opposite. My mom would have bread that had those nuts in it, like the multigrain bread. Every one of my friends at school, their lunches were like white fluffy bread and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and bologna and like all this good stuff, and I came to school with nutty bread. When was it that you looked at yourself and said, I've had enough, this is ridiculous? Did you have that moment actually?
Yeah, I did. My senior year of high school, I had a car, so I felt free and I only had a half day. I think because I had a car and I was really looking at my life and I could go where I wanted. I started looking at myself. And
did you notice anybody else that motivated you, or was this just you, yourself, and you?
My sister was very active. She always played sports. I went to every practice and everything. Like, so I always watched her, and she was very fit. And
did she ever say anything to you?
No.
Okay.
No,
so it's just
never.
you,
Yeah.
yourself. Okay. If you notice it on your own, that's great. I can't stand when people are like, you should lose weight, or they get on you about it, and it's like, that's just not cool to me, because body image, your own body image, you gotta love who you are, and if you're comfortable that way, then cool.
Yeah.
But if you're not comfortable, which was probably what started to happen to you.
Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't comfortable. So this is how bad it was too. For my water intake, barely had any. I always drink soda.
Oh my gosh,
Kool-Aid,
yeah, that's bad.
And when there wasn't any of that, I would drink chocolate milk. If there wasn't any of that, I would just drink straight milk.
So it's all sugar. You just had all sugar. My choices were skim milk. I'd open up the fridge, no joke. Water, of course, always. I think it was just skim milk. I don't think we had anything else in there, I swear. I can't think of it. I can't remember. All I remember seeing is big things of skim milk. I'm like, ew, stuff tastes gross. I still don't like skim milk, by the way. I'll drink almond milk.
Yeah, I really started just looking at myself and realizing what I was eating, and just started making healthier choices with what I could, with what was in our fridge, what my mom would buy, and all that.
Did you do it more for the way you looked?
Oh, and I stopped closet eating. I didn't do that.
Well, you had to do that at some point to make the change. Did you do it because of the way you were looking and you didn't like the way you looked, or were you doing it because you didn't like the way you were feeling, or both?
I mean, both. Like, I definitely did not like the way I looked. I mean, size 14 at this point.
How old were you at this point now?
16.
16. Okay, so did that push you into you said that your sister was active, so did that make you want to be active? I mean, you weren't on like a team or anything like that, right? In school. So what made you, did you start working out with her or something?
My sister and I started running every day.
Oh wow, running will melt it. off.
Yeah, we started out, it
That's
was like
pretty good.
a run walk for 2 miles.
Like, did you ask her for help to do it with you because you were like, I don't like the way that I look, or did it just,
I think
you
we
it
just
naturally happened?
We just did it together. I don't really remember too much because she was always into fitness. I think she wanted a partner or whatever. I can't remember that part of it, but I know we ran together 2 miles every day, and then we worked ourselves up to 4 miles in the woods. We were trail runners.
I mean, that's really cool that you have a support system like your sister, but for people who don't have that, like, how would you suggest that they get started to motivate themselves to do that? Because that's hard. Running is hard.
Yeah.
That's the hardest choice you could have chose, in my opinion.
I mean, I think whether you have somebody with you or not, you just have to look within inside yourself and hold yourself accountable for it. Just because that person might not show up that day, person might not want to work out that day, but you want to get it done.
Right.
So you yourself have to be ready and wanting to do it and not rely on that person. It is really nice to do it togetger, but you also have to think, what if that person doesn't want to do it today?
Exactly.
I did also try workout programs with lifting weights and everything.
Like what do you mean, like
Beachbody, like
online?
Yeah, online.
Okay. You didn't go crazy with it. You just did little bits at a time.
Yeah.
And what is the first thing that you noticed? Did you notice weight loss? Did you notice you had more energy? What do you remember? Anything? Like,
it definitely felt better. Like, I dropped down to a size. So I went from a 14 to a size. My smallest was 7.
Whoa,
at that time.
That's major.
Definitely from 18 to 21. That was my smallest as a size 7.
I think when you're young too and you're growing, I think that's when it's the best time to catch it, is to just grab it and just speed up your metabolism. That's probably what happened. Did you change your diet too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So how did you get out of those cravings? For me, I know for a fact, because I've done this. Once you start eating shitty, it's really hard to stop because it becomes an addiction almost. So how did you just stop doing that?
It takes a lot of willpower, you know, like you have to be ready. You have to want it so bad. It's manifesting it.
Exactly.
You know,
like when I talk about manifesting in my other videos, you have to think of the end result first. If you don't have a goal, you don't know what you're going for.
Yeah. I wanted muscle. I wanted to be smaller. I just wanted to be able to do pull-ups. I wanted to be able to do push-ups.
What about the rest of your family? Were they like supportive on this, or did they just like whatever, or was it just your sister basically with support for you?
No, I mean, yeah, my family was supportive, and I hesitate on kind of answering that because we weren't very like communicative about it. Like, they noticed the weight loss and stuff, but I never got like a, oh my god.
Right, okay.
But I think it also comes back to loving yourself and getting the praise
That's
from
the bottom
yourself.
line. Did you get off track like any time along the way? Did you say, oh, I can't do this anymore? Did you give up? Did you quit? Because most people do. It's hard.
Well, I hate to be most people, but I certainly did get off track. And you know, I don't want to make excuses for it. What you don't realize happens is that when you slowly get off track, you slowly stop doing things, and you're not kind of like aware that you were such in a routine, and then you get so out of it, you know, like, because I went back.
Well, you'll feel it when you get out of it, that's for sure.
I guess you will
start to feel the pain when you're doing good and then you stop. You do start to feel it, and maybe not right away, but it creeps up on you and you start to have more anxiety.
Yeah.
You start to feel really heavy and weird in your head. You start to like create things in your head in other areas in life, I believe, because I feel like exercise and healthy eating balances like serotonin, endorphins, all of it kind of works together. It's almost like a natural medicine.
Yeah.
So not even talking about weight loss or the body image, it's just what it does inside to you.
Yeah.
So I would imagine getting off track would really throw you off.
Yeah, I mean, it did, but I wasn't entirely aware of it because of the situation I was in. I just completely lost myself.
I guess life does get a hold of you with things, so you don't realize it sometimes.
Yeah, when you're in a very toxic relationship environment and all that stuff, like you lose everything, and you're kind of like, you're going through life like no one else is there, in a way, in a sense. So I went back up to a size 10.
Whoa, wait a minute. You went from a 7 back to a 10?
Yeah, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it all depends on...
Sounds like a lot to me.
Well, it is a lot.
How did you overcome that hiccup again Oh my God, we just realized the fan was on and it's probably super loud, but we just made the change. So sorry about that with the noise. So how did you overcome the going from a size 7 to a 10?
I was in a very toxic relationship. I was married, so I left the marriage, I got a divorce, and I wanted to like start over fresh. Really looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, wow, how did I get back here? And I thought, what can I do to, you know, hold myself accountable? And I thought about what would work best for me. You know, you really have to go deep and down inside yourself to really ask yourself these questions so you can hold yourself accountable. Over the years, I did invest in weights. I had everything that I could do at home because I knew I didn't want to go to the gym. I wanted to be very convenient. I knew enough to do my own workout routine, but I thought if I paid for it, then it would, you know, help motivate me to actually...
That's why so many personal trainers make so much money, because
yeah, so
people like you. And I was a personal trainer, so...
Yeah, I hired an online trainer.
Wow.
I specifically did that because I didn't want to be in a gym and have to go anywhere.
Is it because you didn't want to be around other people?
No, that doesn't bother me. I used to go to a public gym. No, yeah, I like to find the motivation within myself because that means I am in it. I am dedicated. I changed my diet. I actually did a 21-day cleanse that Beachbody offers. It's very, very intense. Before, when I was married and everything, I was eating fast foods.
Oh yeah.
You know, I wasn't working out, so I wasn't making definitely not the best choices. No. Now with this cleanse, it's not a juice cleanse, it's an eating cleanse. So you're eating a lot throughout the day, but it's all very, very healthy stuff. I was always so full. I was, you know, a size 10, but I was 175 pounds.
Oh wow.
I went from 175 to 145 in 3 months.
Oh my God.
I found what works for my body, what my body likes to eat, and I've been eating the same breakfast for 3 years now. I eat 2 boiled eggs and probably like a cup and a half of
You didn't have that
berries.
this morning. You had scrambled eggs and cheese.
Well,
and bacon.
Okay, so yeah. Come on.
Calling her out.
But yeah, that's what works for me. My meal prep is very easy. That's the other thing, meal prepping. I've been doing that for 3 years now because that's what works for me. It takes me like what, 10 minutes to meal prep and I'm done. But I'm a simple eater too.
You also
like,
aren't cooking chicken. She's just making like, yeah, but you look a rabbit. Like salad, kale, and fruit. That's so, like rabbit food.
Yeah, so my lunches are kale and spinach salad.
And do you even get full from that?
I do.
I don't think I would.
No, I do, but I eat every 3 hours.
Oh, right.
So I have my berries and my eggs in the morning, then my snack would be trail mix, a little packet portion control, because I can just eat the whole bag and then I'm fat again.
Okay, that actually leads into the next thing. It's not really a question, it's like kind of like, are we able to be on the same page at this point as a couple? Because I personally could not be with someone that is not at least a healthy eater, is a good influence on me in the health industry, fitness, working out, and food. She's really, really good with choices, and it really makes me comfortable because I don't have to think about it. We started cooking together. Okay, granted, we gained some weight in the beginning because we were drinking, having fun, and eating a lot of food. Yeah. So we started getting tired of cooking, and then she found these meal plans, and like we get these meals delivered now. You know, it just works between the two of us. So it's really important to find a partner. Also, will support. You go back and forth. Make sure you guys are influencing each other in a good path, so that way, you know, it's not just on one person and you can support each other and stay good.
We're just similar in so many aspects. Like it just, it works. And
but
it's
this
really
is a
good
very
the health and fitness.
Yeah. This topic alone is super, it's like way up on my list of priorities for myself because I grew up in it. Like I said, my parents had healthy, disgusting choices. Like I would literally go and sneak out of my house, go down the street to my friend's house who I knew had Doritos, Oreos, McDonald's, all that stuff I would eat.
That's actually kind of funny because
maybe that's like closet eating, kind of.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like we're very, very. We were similar in that childhood type thing. Like you, although I was, you know, closet eating for bad reasons, but you still wanted to go. You wanted to go out and get.
Oh my god, ramen noodles was our favorite. It was like, that stuff is super salty. You should not be eating that. It's so good though. And we would just go down to her house and make the whole bunch. Oh my god, I remember steakums. I don't know if you know what steakums is. Really thin, processed meat.
Who doesn't know what steakums is?
Well, I didn't know what it was. And she made them for me and put cheese on it and put it on a bun, and I was like, it's the best thing I ever tasted. So every day after school, I wanted her to make me this sub. So yeah, I ate some shitty foods.
Of course, we all do.
I feel like anything that you can turn over and look at the ingredients and it has more than like 10 ingredients, you shouldn't be eating it. Yeah. Most likely, you shouldn't be eating it. So, because then it becomes chemicals, and that's the stuff that causes illnesses in the body and, like, you know, causes problems. I mean, it really does. It's bad for your body. It's bad for us. The two of us, it's very important that we keep making the healthy choices that we're making. And I feel like if you're trying to get healthy, you shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself and be like, I want to be here, although your goal should be
I think you should have a goal.
Your goal should scare you.
Yeah, it should scare you, and I think you should also just ask yourself, what do you want? You know, like, what do you want? What do you want? What's gonna work for you? That's a huge question. You really have to ask yourself, what is going to keep me motivated? Do you want to go to the gym? Do you want to work at home? Yes, weights are expensive, but look, would you rather keep eating these cheeseburgers, or would you rather buy this 10-pound dumbbell?
But also sometimes I've noticed, like on TikTok and Instagram, you see people literally picking up like cans of soup or gallons and using the gallons in their fridge to like do stuff, because there's stuff around the house that you actually can work out with. Yeah. This actually is a video. It's part 1 of 2 videos. So our next video, I've asked Dakota to take me through one of her workouts, which I don't know, I'm a little nervous because I see what she does at the gym, and it's really not what I do. So mine's very simple, and hers seems to be a lot more complicated than mine, and it seems a lot more sets. It seems harder.
I'm a strength builder, you're a body toner.
So she is going to take us through her workout in our gym that we have built downstairs. She moved all of her gym stuff into my basement. We've made room for it, and it looks like a cute little mini gym. Stay tuned for our next video, part 2, the working out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to Dakota's story. If we didn't touch on something, if we missed something, let us know and we can put it into future videos. All right guys, we love you. Mwah. That's like my thing. Nah. Oh, thumbnail.
Yeah.
What should we do?
We should be really awkward.
No, that's not gonna work.